You may know that your Williamsburg Symphony has been featured on nationwide public radio about a dozen times or so in the past year on a program called Performance Today. And I love this program because I have, over the years, discovered a lot of wonderful music by hearing it for the first time there. For example, Aldo Lopez Gavilan, the gentleman who played at the finale of our season last year, playing his piano concerto called Emporium, that's a piece that I first discovered listening to Performance Today. And the centerpiece of our October concert is also one that I first heard on Performance Today. It's by a composer and bandoneon player named Richard Scofano. The work is called La Tierra Sin Mal, or the world or the land without evil. In fact, I was waiting to be interviewed by a host in a radio studio when this was on, and we kind of looked at each other and mouthed, "Oh, this is so beautiful." And it really is. It really took my breath away almost as I was listening to it. It felt like I was watching a movie in my mind as I was hearing this incredibly beatific music. So it describes a kind of paradise, Eden-like setting. It's taken from folklore of the Guarani people of South America. And in this roughly 15, 16-minute piece, Richard kind of sketches a journey, you might say, but it ends in such an incredibly calm and beautiful place with the evocative sounds of the bandoneon. That's an instrument you may know from, or you will know from having heard Argentinian tango. It's like an accordion, but not quite an accordion. So Richard will be playing that. It's not a concerto exactly, but the bandoneon plays a prominent role in this work. Really looking forward to sharing that with you. And so I've chosen some works, that well-known pieces that go on either side of that also have something to do with this a vision of paradise, you might say. So we begin with the Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun by Debussy, which creates its own very idyllic atmosphere, beginning with that very, very famous flute solo, this whole impressionistic world that Debussy weaves with his incredible sense of tone color. It's just an absolute masterpiece. In fact, Pierre Boulez says that with the sound of the flute in Faun, all of modern music began. And then we are playing, to close the concert, the First Symphony of Johannes Brahms, which might at first seem, a choice that doesn't quite equate, but I think it does, especially in the last movement, which really, to me, does present this kind of a vision of paradise. You know, I was originally thinking, what kind of music that other composers have written, suggests this sort of a beatific world. And I was thinking, of course, of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, which extols a world where all men are brothers and people are living in harmony with one another. And I was thinking, of course, that Brahms's First Symphony, the theme that we have in the very finale, is sometimes not equated exactly, but compared to the Ode to Joy theme that Beethoven wrote. And I thought, well, maybe there really is something to that. We make a journey from D minor to D major in the Ninth Symphony of Beethoven, and we go from C minor to C major in this symphony of Brahms. And although we don't have choral singers joining us and no text, there is still something about the arrival with this incredible theme that you will recognize when we play. It really does feel like like we've made it somehow, that we are in a promised land, you might say, musically speaking. So I really hope that you'll join us for our program featuring these different visions of paradise. Looking forward to seeing you there.